Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character ex-listener by me. So let's get into it. Kazuha. Kazuha would be screaming at whoever it was that had you, to let you go, to leave you alone. He'd be struggling as much as you can, as they held him back, hurting you over and over, and making you cry and scream out his name, wanting any help that you can get, not knowing that he's trying his absolute best to get to you. But they're too strong, and there's nothing you can do. As strong as he usually is, he didn't have a sword right now, and there were too many of them. And it wasn't like he was dealing with weaklings here. He could only watch as he heard over and over, calling for him, desperate for his help, with nothing to do, as he stood helplessly, cursing himself and everything that built up to this moment, and regretting everything he didn't do, and the way he couldn't protect you. He hoped that you would come out of it alive, just so he could have a chance with you again, just so he can take you away from it all, and make sure you're safe and well, because that's what will always come first to him, no matter what else happens. And that's why he begs them to let you go, and once they do, laughing at him, he can't care for any of it, as long as you're not being hurt again. Heizou. Heizou may have been a detective, and he did a lot of work, interrogating people and using whatever he had against them to get them to confess to their crimes. But never had he thought he would be in their position. He was being interrogated by some people he didn't even know for some confidential matters, and he was trained to stay quiet. But not when the situation was like this. You were being hurt for every question he refused to answer. For every time he stayed quiet, you were made to cry, scream, and beg for him. And you refused to as well. But you could see how scared you were, how you were just trying to hold it all in. But it was too much for you. You weren't supposed to be hurting like this at all. And that's why you lost it, and began confessing to them, hoping that once the two of you get out, and once you're safe, he will get back at them and end them for doing this to you, for using him like this. But right now, he can't handle being the reason you get hurt again. Albedo. His clone was hurting you, and Albedo just happened to walk in on it. And as he hurt you further, he took you as hostage, an arm around your neck, the other hand holding a knife, making Albedo stay away, as you told him that if he takes one step closer, then this knife will cut into your throat. And that's why he stayed away. But instead of stopping there, or asking anything of him, he hurt you, just to see the look on Albedo's face, just to be satisfied when Albedo looked shocked and desperate for him to stop and let you go. It was evil, pure evil, and that's why something just flared up in Albedo's chest, and he managed to destroy him right then and there, wrapping you into his arms and apologizing over and over for not acting sooner. You were trembling as he held you, not understanding everything, but you trusted him because this was your Albedo, and you could easily tell. You would just let the explaining be done later. For now, you just wanted to be in his arms and feel safe. That's all you asked for now. Venti. Venti and Celestia were not on very good terms. In fact, he hated them, and they knew that quite well. And that's why when he disobeyed them this time, they hurt you, right in front of him, knowing you can't do anything about it. Because there were rules to this world, and Venti could not go on breaking them. And that was the first time you saw Venti cry. Once he left you, and he was able to take you back. He had held you, crying into your shoulder as he apologized, healing you slowly, and telling you that he's so sorry that you got wrapped up in this in the first place, that this happened at all, and that he will do his best to at least try and protect you next time. He doesn't care what happens to him, as long as you'll be okay. Scaramouche. Scaramouche would be crying the moment you got hurt. Well, not exactly crying at the first moment, but he'd be screaming at them to let you go. In a situation where he feels helpless, unable to completely help you, he'd be just begging them. He doesn't care for his dignity anymore. He just wants you to be alive. He's lost too many people, and he can't handle losing you, or being the reason that someone was hurting you so much. And seeing you in pain, crying in front of him, it shattered him on a whole new level. And that's why I got on his knees, begging them to let you go, that you will do anything, even if it meant taking your place. And that's when they let you go, deciding that they could have fun hurting him for a little while, before leaving you to be. Scaramouche cared not for his injuries, though, only for you, and what you were going through. And thankfully, you're alright. You are alive. And that's all you could ask for now. But he'll make it up to you. He promises he will. Tighnari. Tighnari would be furious with them, whoever they were that were hurting you, and he would yell at them to let you go, scream at them, his anger so loud and visible to everyone in the room. Those academic selfish fools. How dare they hurt you in front of him? Sure, you were disobeying them, but it didn't warrant this, and it certainly was not going to stand for it. So, as they came to hit you again, Tighnari intervened, shoving them away and getting out his bow. If anyone dares to hurt Wyan again, I won't be hesitating to shoot for their neck. So be careful, he said, before picking you up in his arms and leaving. Nobody dared mess with him, especially when he was so important. Losing his help, or being enemies with him, more than usual, would bring more trouble than it's worth. So they let him go, and they treated you that day, holding you so close and so tenderly, apologizing for standing even for a mere second without helping you. He just didn't see it coming. He didn't expect them to hurt you. But he was wrong. And for that, he will make it up to you and make sure that next time someone even tries to attempt something like this, they will get what's coming for them. Surely.